Everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, or She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using the Into the Wild collection from Simple Stories. I bought this when I was in Florida in May at Tuesday morning, and I don't really think I got any of it at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. It was all of the same trip, but for some reason I'm thinking I just got all of this one at Tuesday morning. So I am going to kind of do just some strips of paper, but then I decided I did want a larger scallop, and I don't have a larger scallop punch. So what I ended up doing was actually using, I think it's a 1.5 circle punch, using a circle punch, punching out all the circles, and then I'm going to end up cutting them in half to make my own scallop. So up close, you can see that they're overlapped. Far away, it just looks like a scallop. So here are the 4 photos I am going to place on my layout. I wanted to kind of have a larger title, and I believe this is from the Simple Pages ephemera pack, and love that it just says Life's a Zoo. I also wanted to incorporate some of the kind of busier paper with all the animals on it, and so I just cut a small strip to add to each of the ends of the layout, and then I'm going to add the scallop to that paper there. So this is where I am going to start with the scallops. I am going to cut these all in half, and I won't make you watch me do that all. But once I get those all cut, I am just going to tape them down, like I said, just kind of overlapping just a tad bit. And I kind of did the over-under, so I guess every other one was on top of the ones beside it, if that makes sense. Just the way I did it. There was really no rhyme or reason. It just was whatever I felt, I don't know, just what I wanted to do this day. I ended up having to cut 1 or 2 more circles. I was just a little bit short, but I really like how this turned out looking like a larger scallop. I only have a smaller scalloped punch, and that would have been okay. And I probably would have used, had I had the sticker sheet and there was 2 kind of border stickers on a sticker sheet, I would have probably used those as well instead of doing my own scallop here. But I'm really glad that I did kind of the larger scallop, and glad that I chose the same paper as what's in the middle. I just felt like it kind of brought it all together maybe. I am going to just have the 1 photo on page 1, and then 2 4x6 photos, and 1, I think I cut it down to 3x3 eventually. I thought I was going to do 4x4, but decided that 3x3 would probably work best. And I am going to end up double backing all of these. I had some scraps left over from a previous layout I did with just some cardstock that I got out of one of like the cardstock paper pads. And so I'm going to end up using, I think, just one of those colors, but I am going to end up going back to grab that paper pad. I think these are just the ones I got at, well, I probably got them at Tuesday morning, to be quite honest, but I think it's the brand that you can get at Joann's. I haven't really been buying much cardstock lately besides my Close to My Heart cardstock. I really need to use up what I have. I have like the paper racks that you can get in the store, or that the store has. I have like a tall one full of just cardstock. So I definitely need to work on using it up. And so I feel like I have kind of gone into my stash a little bit more here lately, especially with the newer collections that I got back in my trip in May. So I am going to use that kind of orangish color on the smaller photo, and then the photo on page 1, and then go back to the cardstock book here and actually use the same color. I was actually able to find the same book that I have, or that I had gotten the orange out of before. Like I said, I have so many books of cardstock, loose leaf cardstock. I just have so much. So to actually find the same color. That was impressive. Little pat on my back. So I'm going to just place my photos down. I do want to kind of line up the 4x6 photos across the page there, just so they are kind of, just in a line. And then I'm going to pop the smaller photo up on some foam tape and kind of angle that one. I do cover up the plaque that is in that photo there, but it's not like the main part of the photo, so I was fine with that. So then I decided to go spruce up the title a little bit. I could have just left it plain, but I wanted to kind of use up some of this ephemera. I have a bunch of it. When I say I got a lot at Tuesday morning, I am not kidding. I ended up getting 2 packs of the ephemera, the simple pages, the chipboard, I believe. I think I got the paper collection. So, which is fine because I think the only other zoo collection that I own is almost gone. Like, I've used it up. I bought that probably back when I started. It was an old Echo Park one. So, starting over with a new zoo collection. We don't go very often either, so this will probably last me for quite a while at this point. So I am going to pop the Life's a Zoo up on some foam tape and then add this little cute monkey. So I did get this idea from a layout on Instagram, and so they left quite a bit of white space. And so that is what I am trying to do. I don't usually leave a lot of white space, so it is a challenge for me. But adding that monkey kind of coming down, I think, broke that up quite a bit. And I'm gonna learn to be okay with the rest of that being white. Again, I don't know. I feel like I do simple, clean layouts, but leaving that much white is still hard for me. So going on to the embellishments on page 2, there was this cute little gator, which the 3x3 photo is of a gator, so I thought that was perfect. And then there was this cute little map that kind of tucked in behind that gator just perfectly. And you can see I'm just going through the ephemera pack, kind of picking out the pieces that might work for this layout. I knew I didn't want a lot of flowers or pink, that I kind of wanted to almost stick with, I guess, maybe some more neutral of the colors in the ephemera. And so I don't know, the bottom cluster is pretty much done at this point, I believe. I did add a little phrase sticker that says hello friend, I think. So that's going to finish that off down there. I really liked this jungle safari chipboard piece, so I am going to add that to the top there, just between the 2 photos. There wasn't really a rhyme or reason, I think, to my embellishing here. It does kind of go, I guess if you start at the title, it kind of goes up, down, up, down. I don't tend to follow any rules, so to speak, and I know there's not really rules for scrapbooking, but when it comes to a 2-page layout, I kind of just go with what I feel like looks the best. So I feel like I do tend on a 2-page layout to kind of do the up, down sort of embellishing, and I guess maybe that kind of brings you across the page or helps bring you across the page. Just my opinion, not really sure if it truly does work, but again, I guess these are my layouts and I need to be okay with just doing what I think looks good and what is pleasing to my eye. So I'm trying to learn that, trying to get better at that. So I did add that little safari hat at the top. I just thought that was so cute. And then this little field notes chipboard piece and then some greenery at the top as well. That's just going to kind of finish off that top cluster there. The bottom cluster, like I said, is pretty much finished. With the chipboard, I have learned, and I also had a viewer mention that she just got out an album that's older, and all the chipboard had fallen off to the bottom. So just a quick tip, if you use chipboard pieces, add your own adhesive. So with that Jungle Safari one, I added some foam tape. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start just adding either some liquid tape or or not liquid glue or tape. So on the bottom, what I'm working on there, I got like just a small journaling sticker out of the sticker book, and then I remembered I had some of the brads, and so I'm just kind of adding a couple to the top and to the bottom of that journaling spot there. And that's going to finish off this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-page layout. There are a couple more 2-page layouts coming up this month, I believe. So if that is kind of your jam, stick around. Definitely make sure that you are subscribed then, and tap the bell. That'll give you notifications. And yeah, I believe I have 2 more 2-page layouts coming up at the end of the month. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will link this collection down below for you, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.